I felt very sad for my dog because I was sitting on the toilet just like 2 minutes ago, and she came by and sat on my feet because she does it all the time. She protects me, right? And I felt so bad to have to stand up and leave to go live because she was so cuddly there. She seemed like she was having a good time, so I would have sat on the toilet all night. How you doing, everyone? What's up? Good evening. Hello, Quindley. Hello, boy. Hello, Archon. Hello, Joe. I don't know, Quindley. I don't know how I could do that. I don't know. So, I got a glass of juice, and then we're gonna be back painting our little flying BBD. This is a BBD, and we're gonna be painting it with our BBD. I think I'm gonna be doing the scales, the green scales tonight. I do the same for her for when she poops. Yes, that's true. I protect her. I protect her from harm. No, that's so cute, Quinn. That's so cute. Poor little kitty. Okay, so I have a new paper BBD, so let me place that one. Okay. No, here. Okay, got my paper ready. So, we're painting a green dragon wyvern. I also probably want to do more work on the wings too. I would like to brighten and also desaturate a bit more the wings. Hello, Alt. Double trouble on Wednesdays. It just occurred to me that I look like a hobo, so I should probably shave and also maybe get my hair cut. Anyway. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We want to use something like this. We want to keep the colors not super saturated. I want him to be more like a swampy wyvern, wyvern, rather than being. It is brown. That is true. That is true. But you know, maybe I could do better. Alright. How you doing, guys? On this fine evening. It's very hot here. This morning and afternoon, it was alright. Wasn't that bad. But then, like, it became very hot in the evening. I don't know, maybe it's the humidity. And now it's kind of a bit of annoying. Okay, so this scales. How do we want to do this? Well, I think I'm gonna start from something like this first. Yeah. Okay. Just giving it a tad of highlighting. Ooh, you are joining our Patreon challenge. Nice. Do it, boy. My dog is making some weird sounds. Just 1 second, sorry. She was rubbing a ball on her belly. That's why. Hey, thank you, Mighty. How you doing, dude? She was belly up with a ball in her hands, and she was like, very weird dog. No, it doesn't. Wrong stream. So I have just decided that where possible, I'm gonna have a bit of a texture going on to make the scales look a bit more interesting. So these won't be possible everywhere, but we're gonna do it where we can. And the way I do a texture is just by using a thicker paint, but having very little on the brush, and dragging the brush down from the edge towards the body of the scale. Of course, I'm gonna have to build up the texture, so I'm not gonna stop here. I'm gonna be doing a few more highlights, at least one more. It is indeed the Wednesday, Treasurana. How you doing? I also want to introduce some orange in here at some point, but I think that I will just glaze over rather than painting the color in. An important aspect of mini painting is sort of understanding what is it that you want to do with your colors, and so which one of them are gonna go on thickly to get body on your paint job, and which one of them are gonna go thinly to give you color. Hello Duchess, how you doing? Lol crown. She's doing well on the various social media. I'm very happy with that. I'm glad people like her. In case you're watching and don't know who the vampire lady is this model here. I'm having a blast painting busts. I would like to do some historical painting at some point. Yeah, we finally have been able to get some decent pictures. Hello, Marika. Thank you, Quindly. How's your mermaid doing, Quindly? Have you gotten any work on her? Nice, nice, well done. Do it for daddy. I mean, I don't want to harass you, so like, let me know. Let me know if I'm bothering you by insisting on having you paint. It's just that I like your work and I would like to see it improve. Hello, Anki. How you doing? I don't know if I said hello to Joe, so I'm gonna say it again. Hello, Joe. I think I did because I also spoke to him, but it's okay. I'm tired, guys. It's been a long day. But I am happy to be working on this puppeteer. This model is very fun to work on. The scales could be a bit of a longer paint job, but we can get them done fairly easily. I'm probably gonna be letting the colorfulness of the glazes to work for me rather than just trying to overwork the paint job. But we'll see. We'll see. This is still sort of like sketching phase. Still trying to understand what we're doing with this guy. Or lady, I don't know. I don't know if it's a lady. Hello, Slagger, how you doing? Okay, that's good, Quinley. Like, I just feel bad, and I'm like the worst businessman on the planet. Because, like, I feel bad when people pay me for a service and don't take full advantage of it. In a way. So like, if you pay me to get feedback and stuff, I will try at least to encourage you to give me something to give you feedback on, because otherwise I feel bad. At the same time, I also understand that people like sometimes being able to invest money in stuff so that they feel like they can access it when they want. Also, some people just do it to support me, right? But I don't know, like, I would like to give 100% to everybody who has been supporting my Patreon. Greeny is a very easy color to blend because the human eye perceives more shades of green than any other color. So when working with green, it's easier to blend because our eyes kinda make up the blend. So it's easy to fool people into thinking there's a blend. So if you're trying to practice your blending, try using greens. Paint an orc or something. Or this wyvern. In this specific case, we're not gonna do much blending. I'm rather gonna be trying to texture as much as I can to get a bit of a feeling of, you know, roughness to these scales. In the limits of possibility, of course. It is still a very small mini. Despite being a monster, it's still in a small scale, so there's only so much I can do. But I can definitely try to push myself. Every paint job is an excuse to improve. Or at least try to. Okay, I'm just gonna be getting a bit more light here. Then we can maybe add up a little bit more highlighting. And then just work on the black lining, I think. Because a big chunk of the work on this paint job will be done by the black lining. You see that? Let me do it zoom in. You can probably see a bit better now. As always, if you little Reaper and Paka people have questions about what I'm doing, feel free to ask. If you have questions about painting, feel free to ask. If you have questions about my childhood, feel free to ask. Whatever you want, I'm here for you. As I paint these little... I don't know what my dog is doing, but... Hello, Robbie. How you doing? It is a lot of scales, but we should be able to get them done fairly shortly. That's exactly what I want to know. What are you doing? Well, I am texturing the scales of this wyvern by using a fairly thick paint, but having very little of it on the brush, which allows me to draw lines very efficiently without creating any mess on the model. If I were to thin the paint, it would escape the brush, making all of this a lot harder. So in this case, having a bit of a slightly thicker paint helps get the point across easily and quickly. Yeah, I don't get to paint those very often. I just don't get commissions for those. People generally want me to paint characters and humanoid figures. Never really... Yeah, I don't think I have any monster in queue. Okay, you are free to ask me questions except MG. Not that sincerely, friend. I don't know what my dog is doing. She's like building a house on the balcony. I would accept, but it would cost quite a bit, Joe. Well, not really quite a bit, because I could probably pull off the paint mostly through an airbrush and using glazes, so it wouldn't be that expensive. I don't play the game, Alt. Okay. We can start black lining and then give it a bit of a glaze to regain some saturation. So for black lining, I like using a liner brush. A long ass brush. These brushes are cool because they allow you to trace lines a lot more easily than short brushes do. Which means that through the use of this brush, you can get some pretty easy thin lines without too much hassle. Well, maybe start making money from those two, Trash. That would be a good step. No, I want to do box arts. What I want to do is start doing box arts, like big boy paint jobs. I would like to be taken a little bit more seriously by the how do you call it? By the establishment, in a way. It's like most painters and most companies know me as the guy on Twitch. They don't really stop for even a second to consider the quality of my painting, because they think I am the guy on Twitch. So I would like that to change. Okay. So this black lining I'm doing is helping with the contrast. You can see that the area where I did it is way more higher contrast than the areas where I didn't. Now, this might be a bit too obvious, but it's fine because I'm gonna be glazing over the entire body basically, and in doing so the black line will also change color, I hope. Okay. So the definition is pretty good. I just need to clean up a few areas where the black line went a bit out of bounds. Thank you, Alt. No, this mini is really cool. And it's like, how much? $7? Like, man, Reaper miniatures are so cheap, but they're so fun to paint. So fun. Especially if you're trying to practice. Like, of course, the obvious way to buy this mini would be... reason to buy this mini would be to paint it for D&D or something. But, like, even if you don't have a real use for the miniature, you can still buy it just to practice things, because the volumes are detailed enough to allow you to work on them, and the minis are really cool. Like, this is a nice mini. I like it. Alright, so we need to get a saturated color. A bit of a strongish color. I don't want to use an ink though, because inks are satin. So I'm going to use Sure. Now, I don't know exactly what's about to happen to this mini. Bear with me, but I'm gonna be glazing a bit of stronger colors. I'm using some, I don't know how to describe these paints. These are inks, basically. These are matte inks. It doesn't matter what they are, though. I just need to get some saturation there. So I can thin this color into oblivion, and I should, because it is a very powerful paint. Okay. So with this glaze, I am going to be creating a light filter on top of the mini, so that the more grayish highlights that I have gain some color again. Also doing this over the black line helps blend it in a bit more with the rest of the paint job, giving us overall a more finished look. The Flight of the Dragons. I don't think I've ever seen it. Reaper paints are insane, Duchess. They are absolutely my favorite range. Okay, we can... Wait, let me just do this. I'm gonna paint a bit of a grayed out skin here. Okay. I should see it, I guess. I've never seen that movie. Hello, Dennis. How you doing? Hello, Asgard. What's up? The nose, I guess, Trash? I don't know either of them, Quindley. So let me get a bit of an orange. Let's see if this works out the way I want it to. I just want to, if possible, change the colors of the scale just slightly so they aren't as repetitive, but we can have different hues happening at the same time, so we can have a more golden green, so to speak. Happening on the back maybe, and on the elbows, and a more green on the arms, just slightly though, nothing crazy. Holidays ended yesterday. I did 800 kilometers and came back to France. Welcome back. Welcome back. I love Pokemon, yes. The Pokemon movie they released a year or two ago was really good. Okay. So this is fine, but after doing all of this, I do understand that I need to take down the lighting on that wing just a little bit. But I also need to make it, I mean, I need to lighten it up, but take down the saturation. So we're gonna go for something like this. See, like, it's all about gauging where you are in the paint job and what you're liking and what you aren't. Nothing is finished. Everything is a work in progress. So even though the other week we did this wing, I have no remorse in going back to it and changing it up if needed, because I feel like it's gonna improve the paint job if I do. So like, if you get an idea, just follow it. Don't be afraid of redoing an highlight or redoing a detail, because it's important to follow your perception so you can see what's right and what isn't in your perception so you can change it. Because if you have an idea and you follow through with it, even if it doesn't work, you're learning something. While if you have an idea and you don't follow through, you will never know if you would if you would have liked it or not. Like, a lot of people hide, in a way, their insecurity behind this idea, in a sense that, you know, when they do something that isn't on par of what they want, they go, well, you know, I could have done this and that, but then I felt like not. And the real question is why? Like, why didn't you do it? But I find this would be more interesting because it allows us to make the wings look a bit more lived through in a way. So I'm going for a more basically Caucasian skin tone. I'm using colors that would be commonly found in the skin of a normal white person, not in the wings of a dragon. But in this case they work, because they look like leather. Also the sculpt is gonna help convey the idea, not just the painting. Yeah. So right now I'm just sketching, just two colors, sketch them in next to each other to have them basically start blending, but I'm not looking for a blend, I'm just looking to base coat this other color here. Okay. We can get them blended together. Okay. These colors that I have, the skin tone and this more yellowish color, they are actually very similar in a sense that one isn't that much brighter than the other, which means I'm mostly changing the color rather than highlighting. So I will have to do some light. Actually, I think I'm gonna shade more than highlight, but I might do some bits of highlighting. It also doesn't need to be the cleanest of blend because we will be painting veins on top again, and also this is more like a leathery thing, so it is okay if it reflects light in a way that is not clean, because smoothness means, like, a smooth highlight means a smooth surface. But if you're painting a wing that is battered and tattered and full of textures like this one, then probably the light is not gonna be that very clean on it. It's likely gonna be kinda BBD. So I'm gonna get a red that I'm gonna turn into more of a brown red than a red itself by adding a bit of orange to it and a touch of black. And with this color we can do our glazing of shadows. And you can see that there is no mistake when you paint fluidly. It is very difficult to initiate people to this philosophy of painting that I and some other painters have, because it's a lot more comfortable to, at least at the beginning, it's more comfortable to imagine mini painting as a schematic endeavor where you just build up the colors following the recipes. You just go 1, 2, 3 and you're done. But this way of painting is a lot more freeing because you are allowed to make choices over the course of the entire paint job, and you are never forced or feel forced into making a decision that does not belong to you. So you are always in control, and it is a very, very fun way to paint minis. Because again, we painted the wings with some colors the other day, we did the veins and everything, and they were kind of done, but then I changed my mind and I want to do, and like, I feel no weight on my shoulders because of this. I'm not like, oh my god, the time I have wasted. I don't feel like I have wasted time painting the wings the way I did last week, because it allowed me to see that that way didn't work. If I didn't paint them, I would have not known. So maybe now, after painting the wings like this, I would be deleting the wings as they are now and paint them like they were before, and then change my mind and go back to these wings. I could actually do that, and I have actually done it many times. Recipes do have a place, and that place is to ease people into the painting of something they are not comfortable with. So if you are new to mini painting, getting a recipe to paint, I don't know, the armor of a guy or something will be good for you because it eases you into it. But it's important it's not like it's important, because you can do whatever you want with your hobby, but if you feel like you would like more of a challenge or would like to improve, then it's important in that case to be more elastic in the way you think about colors, and understand that at the end of the day it doesn't really matter, in a sense that the color wheel, while full of millions of colors, is a limited thing. And you can create all of those colors if you want. So the simple act of mixing your colors together to get them to blend a bit more will be a great step forward. And then from there, the world is yours, basically, because once you know how to get gradients, you can paint anything you want. Okay. I feel like these look pretty leathery now. And like a live skin. So now we can go back to our BBD brush, which I have lost. Okay, it's here. And with our red, we can do the veins again. Let me explain why this brush is so good in case you don't know exactly why I'm using it, because I think it's an important thing to explain. If I load the brush with this black ink, I can do thin lines with it. I can do thin lines with it. But see what happens if I push too hard against the Mini. The line is thicker now. So in order to be able to do a very nice, long, thin line with this brush or any normal painting brush, it requires a lot of brush control. While this brush, no matter how hard you push up to a certain point, the line is still thin. See what I mean? So even if you have a bit of an issue getting your brush control perfectly on the spot, and you can't really do like a super precise long line without ever moving your hand, this brush carries you. That's why it's so good. And it's just a cheap €1 liner brush. Okay. Yeah, the only issue with this brush is that you want a fairly big one, because otherwise paint dries too quickly. But this one I have, it's a number 1, and paint doesn't really dry on it. Especially because you have to keep the paint kind of thin to be able to work with it. So if you do that, it doesn't really dry. Eh? Now, in order to hide some of these veins and make them look more natural, we do the same thing we did the other time, which is a bit of a glaze over the entire thing. Okay. Which I think in turn leads us to having to paint this with the same pinkish color. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have a quick cigarette, and then we're gonna be back to work on this little sexy boy. I don't know. I don't know if I want to get some actual orange showing on it. I don't know. Okay. How old are those minis, MJ? Because I know nothing of the Dark Ages. I only know that once upon a time there were companies that made minis out of metal, and they didn't look very good. But I don't know exactly when. Wow, okay, yeah. I'm from 91, so... Definitely a bit of a gap. I know the dark age of minis. Man, we have it so easy nowadays. I started painting in 2018. I started painting in 2018. I painted for a month. I quit and I came back to painting a year later in 2019. No, it's not the 3D printing aspect. That's not all, if not any. It's just the quality of the minis that companies produce and the colors we have. The paints, dude. The paints we have. Compared to what they had at the time. Humbrol stuff that was like super toxic and terrible stuff. Terrible stuff. We are able to achieve what we achieve with our painting also thanks to that, to our colors. It's not just the... I mean, the techniques changed a lot too. Columbus sailed to the New World in search of a sail on metal minis. I could believe that. Oh, that's cute, Quinley. What I find interesting is that in the 50s they had miniatures made from compressed paper that had reattachable weapons and helmets. Yeah, but I don't think you could paint them very well, could you? Also, I don't think I've ever seen one of those minis. The pressed paper, I mean. I love this guy. So cute. Is it a guy or a girl? I think it's a guy. I don't know. Yeah, dude, Star Wars. Star Wars was basically entirely filmed using models. I don't know if you guys ever saw like a documentary on how they shot the first Star Wars movies. Jesus Christ, the effort they went through. Because they didn't have green screens, so they had to use blue screens, but blue screens don't work like green screens, so they had to basically do a negative recording and a normal recording of whatever they wanted to CGI in the movie, and then so over impress the two thing. It was insane, like an insane amount of work, without even counting the stop motion they had to do, like the battle on Hoth everything is moved in stop motion. So somebody had to lift the leg of one of those AT-BBDs by 1 millimeter. They had to take a picture, then lift it again, take a picture, lift it again. That's so much work. Jesus, so much work. Stop motion is amazing. Yes, that's what they said. I heard them too, MJ. Yeah, it's Star Wars guy. Yeah, that's the name. I want to get a tad bit more light on the face, because like in doing the wings and scales, we lost the face a bit. So I'm gonna get that going. But if you were doing the laundry, you weren't really working from home now, were you? Wait, how do you get paid then? If you don't work hourly? Oh, I'm so jealous of you, Trash. I would like to play board games so bad. So bad, dude. Ah, okay, like anybody else then. Like anybody else. But like, if somebody is at work in the office and they are caught bibbing about, they get reprimanded and stuff. Yeah, Marika. You have so many cool board games there that we could play. Ah, cranium. I see, Quinn. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to put you on the defensive. I was just wondering. I'm ignorant. And I'm stupid, so I ask questions. I apologize. Don't spank me. I'm sorry. Don't ban me, Quindley. Don't ban me. Yeah, Seven Wonder Duel is really cool. Maybe. I'll think about it, okay? No, I ask these questions because in Italy it's basically unheard of to be allowed to do anything that isn't working while at work, even if the work you do does not require your full attention. The employment situation in Italy is still very feudal. There is a lot of servilism towards the employer, and everybody's scared of getting fired all the fucking time. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, if I didn't stream and only painted, I would probably be faster at painting than I am now. But at the same time, I would paint way less. So the two would basically make up. Okay. Gonna get the nails painted up. Okay. See, it's taking shape little by little, and I love doing this. I love getting a puppet started and then just slowly see it come to life a little bit. Miniature painting is so fun. Okay. Man, the plot thickens. I want to know now. Who sculpted the Mini? Are they still alive? Or did age got to them? Lol, MG. I'm actually really curious now to know. You want me to paint a 45 years old Mini? I don't think I can accept a commission. Mostly because, as you know, I despise metal minis, so... Also, tell him is at what? Friendly, just to make sure. Thank you, Quindley. If you're going to panel highlight and dry brush, which would you do first, since one would cover up the other at least partially? Well, it doesn't really matter, Dubu, because one is gonna cover the other at least partially. So either way, you're gonna have to clean up. Now, cleaning up is easier on an edge light than it is on a black line, because cleaning up a black line will probably end up ruining the edge lights around it if you aren't particularly keen on that. No, the legs are here. Hello. So I would do the panel lining first. Sorry, I would do the edge light first and then the panel lining, and then clean up the edge light if necessary. Hello, Julie. Well, then yes, she probably knows the answer to her question. How you doing? Well done on the model. I like it. I'm having a good time. I don't know if you ever saw the video of the turtle having intercourse with a croc shoe, but the facial expression of this wyvern reminds me of that. So this model is very dear to me. Okay, let's do the right arm. Your party encounters a raging wyvern. Oh god! I wonder how difficult the fight is gonna be. The wyvern is not interested in fighting you. What does the wyvern want then? And this is how Dragon pornos are made. Athena? Let me go check up on my dog just to see if she's dead. Ah, ciao amore. Sei venuta. I called her and she came. Ciao. Ciao. She never does it. She never does it. This is probably the first time she comes after I call her. That's amazing. Yes. She just told me to tell you that she loves you, Quinley. Marika is gonna be a very lucky woman, Quinley. Because this Sunday, she is finally going to meet Athena. Hello, Kirst. Thank you. How you doing? Just finished work. Nice. Welcome back home. Or maybe you were already home. Well done. Well done for finishing work. Okay. Thank you, Green. I'm having a blast with this guy. Very fun mini. I don't get to paint monsters very often. I think, Julie, you also sculpted the Tick Warrior, right? Because I remember, if I remember correctly, when I picked this Wyvern, somebody was like, oh, you really like Julie's work then, because you already painted one of her models. Did you sculpt this one as well? That was my Murloc sound. So yeah, I do like your work then. I guess you are my favorite. You are my favorite Reaper sculptor. Thank you, Zen. Okay, we can do the other wing, I would say. We have about 20 minutes. I can get started on the wing. Need to mix quite a lot of this though. I'll paint the tail last because I keep putting my thumb on it. I mean, at least I hope this is the tail. So you're not rich yet. MG, that's what you're saying. No, I have a big ass Reaper Dragon. And I should be painting it at some point. Well, you know, you've been a bit of one, Bugelips. How you doing, my friend? Athena? Why is she barking? That seems like a fun way to spend your Wednesday. Athena! Athena! I don't even know what she's barking at. She's on the balcony, so like, there's not much she could bark at. So you've been painting, Bug? Show me! I want to see your puppetry. Send me pictures. It's okay, I want to see them. I am quite horrid and you guys get to see me all the time. One second. I think she was barking. Was barking at a stink bug. She protected me from one.
Me protecto te. Me protecto.
Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. So you're painting an historical army. That is cool. I was talking about it earlier today. I would like to do some historical painting. Like some real people. Could be really fun. It owes me rent. No, like a few days ago, Athena learned what death was. And like I could see her little innocent soul breaking inside of her heart. Because she found a butterfly, and she started barking at it and jumping up and down next to it to get it to play with her. And she was very happy, wiggling her tail. And the butterfly was kind of flying around. But then she hit the butterfly and killed it. Because my dog is a very heavy doggo. So she basically slapped the butterfly into the next life. And when the body of the butterflies refused to move after that point, she started crying and then kinda, look at it, pushing it to the paw, and it wasn't moving, and I think she understood what death is. And I felt so sorry for her. She just had made a friend. Yes, which means I'm next. Poor doggo in the eye. I mean, she killed it. It's not like I killed it. But it was very sad. Hi.
Oh.
She killed a butterfly, Miller. First steps in becoming a bar guest. Thor and Loki do that, and when they quit moving, Loki eats them. So I want the two wings to look different in color. I did, damn it. But I think she learned her lesson by herself. I'm gonna be painting the wings of different colors because I want to have colder highlights on this side of the model, as if the dragon was coming out of a forest. You know, it would be cool to put it on a little plinty thing and have like a tree behind it, like on top of here. Because that way it would look like it was coming out of the underbrush to eat something. But that's the idea I have. Anyway, even without a base, I'm imagining it coming out of the forest, of the tree line, to feed. So the right side of it will be painted using colder colors. XXXXXXX. You okay, Arkan? Thank you, Betty. How you doing? I'm good. I'm good. About how long does a brush last you? About a month. Give or take a month. That's why I'm happy with these brushes, because they're cheap. So I feel less bad about the low lifespan of my brushes. But as you can see, I am very aggressive in the way I paint. I don't clean the brush very often during my painting. You don't see me, rinse the brush. So I let the paint dry on the bristles. I don't really care, and that over time takes its toll. My doggo is being a bitch. She is a bitch. I mean, she is a female doggo. Yes, I'm very abusive. Oof. Oh, hello, lady. Welcome to the hobby, though. Don't worry about having your minis look better or anything like that compared to other painters. Just think about your own painting. You will get this level of painting and beyond. And if you have any question, I'm your man. Just ask me anything. Yes, exactly, Ghost. Okay, let's paint some veins again. Completely addicted to the hobby now. Told myself I would not buy any more minis that went to convention Sunday. There were minis. Did you buy them? What did you get? Tell us.
Mini.
Ah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. 7 is okay. Yes, buy more. Don't be ashamed, bug lips. Show them to me, I want to see them. Well, yes, I would say you are officially one of us, lady. Welcome to the hobby of mini painting. There is no coming out of it. Man, I'm liking this little dragon. Wyvern, sorry. I like this change of color between the wings quite a lot, actually. I think it's really cool. Yeah. I'm also contemplating a 3D printer. 3D printing is a hobby of itself, lady. If you get into 3D printing, get ready to print a lot, but not paint that much. Because you need to have a bit of an understanding of how to do things, and especially if you are new to the hobby, like you said, I would invest the money in a better cause like paints and tools. That can probably be better for you right now than 3D printer and, you know, all the effort in learning how to use it, plus the resin, which is not that cheap. I want a bluish color to be added to this. Marine teal is an amazing color. Ah, you do have a method. Well done. Airbrushing is safe unless you do it 24/7 though. Like, if you use the airbrush the way I do it, which is once every blue moon, then you are absolutely fine using the airbrush. Even in a small condo. Like, my room is very small and it's pretty safe to use it. Man, you have more hobbies than life. You're like my girlfriend. She also is like that. She picks up lots of hobbies. I had one hobby and it lasted me about a month and a half, and then it became a job, and now I don't have any more hobbies. I am the opposite. I need to find a hobby, not lose the ones I have. Because I have none. Yeah, like, you should wear a mask, maybe. If you are indoors, you should wear a mask and let the room ventilate after you're done airbrushing for a few minutes. But you know, in the time we live in nowadays, everybody has a mask. So you're good. Take care, lady. Have a fantastic day. Pretty happy with his wings. So I guess we will meet each other next week, my little alpaca and the Reaper friends. But if the wait is too long for you and you would like instead to have more of me in your life, I would be happy for that. You can find me in my own Twitch stream. I have my own Twitch stream, is in the top right here. MiaChessDen. I stream there basically every day. These are some of the minis you will see me paint on the stream. And yeah, if you want to join me there, I will be super happy. Also, I have a Patreon where I teach mini painting. And that's pretty much it. So I will see you all next week or Friday on my own stream. Take care, everyone. Love you. Bye-bye.